How's everyone doing? Last episode we fought the Wither and the Ender Dragon, which got us a beacon and elytra. And then between episodes, we made a ghast farm. Hello. Oh, I got an audience now. We made a ghast farm and I also made some upgrades to the gold farm. But I have some bad news with that. I died for the first time in this world while I was upgrading it. A little upsetting, but I'm surprised we made it this far without any deaths. So I'll take that. I was starting to get a little upset that it wasn't a hardcore world. Because think about the clickbait I could have got with that. Oh man. The ghast farm has some problems with it. This farm is based off of a farm by Nembomb. So this farm is placed very specifically so that this side isn't in the nether wastes where pigmen will spawn. And this side is where mobs will still spawn at if we're at the gold farm. And also this side is where no portals will connect with that portal. If you can see, sometimes a ghast will go through the portal, and when he dies, his drops will come back through the portal. But that's kind of the problem with the farm so far. We can expand this higher, but this so far is, I think, 14 stacks of obsidian, which is terrible. Just absolutely terrible. Here's a little platform that collects the ghast. Ooh. And I gotta remember to slow down. Even with the inefficiencies, let's see how much. Okay. Look at that. Ooh. This is almost 3 stacks of TNT right here. And much more gas tiers than I'll ever need. Oh, we even have some up here. Look at that. As for this episode, I want to make an effort in sort of cleaning this area up. There's just small things like this room is looking kind of empty. Around episode 2, I completely ripped out the top floor because it looked incoherent and I just didn't really have an idea of what I wanted to do. Also, the details in the front need some love. And around the back, it's just flat. Oh, hello. Uh-oh. And we have to fix that. I also was thinking that I don't have many windows in this house. I think I'll just leave that like this. The other thing I want to focus on is getting a better vantage point. Also want to finish terraforming the land a little bit because there's no foliage, there's no grass here. I never put down any grass or anything like that. I also want to build maybe some trees and change up the dirt. I was thinking I kind of like the look of Podzol. And I kind of want to make my own biome sort of in this little valley. So I moved the wall over and I gave myself a door out. So storage room I feel is completed. All right, I like that much better. This doesn't stand out as much as the dark oak, and it kind of blends the bottom with the top. And removing those fences kind of gives this side more distinction than that side. And kind of blends this green in over here. And here's the inside. I have a little bench here for whatever I want to put here, which I'm not too sure yet. And I have a little area here for something. But honestly think when I walk into my base, I'm going to immediately turn left or go upstairs to where my bedroom's going to be. For this floor, we need a new block that I know exactly where to get it. I'm going to need Silk Touch on my axe for it. Smite 5. If I remember correctly, somewhere within this ocean, there's a purple biome that I need to find. But when I was raiding monuments, there she is. No, there was a bigger one. This is what I wanted to do, right? I wanted to land on here and then just completely demolish the ecosystem for its precious resources. These stems are actually very nice blocks. They're pretty hard to get. So I will collect them too. But what we are after are these brown mushroom blocks. The most beautifulest block in all of the game. No! Oh, I just fixed that. You got a punch? This poor corner. I swear. This corner's taking the blunt of all of this. That's no way that's gonna stay like that forever. Oh, that looks actually much better. Kind of separates the shelf from the door. Honestly, I do kind of like this. I I was just redoing the walls, but this kind of looks nice. Doesn't it? That just me, it's kind of like a gazebo. Building palette, right? Brown, brown, and even more brown, and then brown for shape. All right. So because there's stairs in here, I don't think I want to use jungle wood. So I'm committing to the mud and the brown. So I won't really need much of this brown block. This is just something to break up sort of the lighter areas. But it's mostly going to be this chiseled stuff at the bottom. I'm going to try to keep it at the bottom. And then this stuff more at the top. I do really like that. How do you make a chair? What looks comfortable to sit in? Should I give myself the doom? The boom. Look at this. The fucking setup, dude. Oh my god. This is the setup. I think I'd rather do this. Yup. There you go. Hold on. Yup. That's my desk. A little laptop with a that was my desk like a year ago. Just a laptop and some speakers a little too big for the desk. That's awesome. Oh, that's perfect. Ooh, we could try to get a head, skeleton head. I do not have a skeleton head in my room. I promise, but okay, there's a creeper. There's a spider. There's 2 creepers and 2 spiders. There's a creeper and no other mobs around him. There's 2 creepers. Here's a skeleton right here. Okay. Hello? Okay. So you're there. Where is my creeper? Hello? Woo! Okay, that's kind of terrifying. Oh, this is how I die. I know it. Should have grabbed my shield, honestly. Do not. I've never gotten a head before, so... Go. Oh my god! Was I full health? Because, oh my gosh, he melted me. Did I get... I ought to get my head, too. Oh, yes, here we are. Oh, there it is. There it is. I've never gotten a skeleton skull before. Any mob head. That is huge. Oh my gosh, what a meteor strike. Matter of fact. Awesome. Uh-oh. Be my friend, puppy. Don't run. Is it just these 2? Oh, it's a different size. I do not want this sexy looking skeleton in a boat or whatever he's in staring at me at night. There. This is like exactly the apartment I was living in a year ago. The door was here though, and the bed was here, but this was it. So I'm kind of getting burnt out from building today, so I'm going to give you a tour of what we did, and we can start terraforming the land a little bit, start wrapping up this episode. Outside kind of changed. I do like this a little bit better. It kind of brings down the colors a little bit, and the contrast, so then you get these structural things kind of standing out a little bit more, and these kind of look like two separate parts instead of three separate parts, which I think that's a positive change. And I have these turtles just hanging out because I needed turtle shells. Now they're just kind of making themselves at home. But for the interior, this is the best change. Honestly, I could have not made anything except for this. I walk in, the doors close behind me. It's the best thing since sliced bread. Kitchen didn't change at all. I added this shelf and I put our skeleton head here with a brewing stand. I figured if I needed to brew, right here would be a good place for it, as well as the furnaces. Storage room changed a little bit. I might still move this chest. Other than that, storage room is looking pretty good with a door out back. We have this little log pile with, you gotta tarp your wood. This is the most important thing out of anything you could do. You gotta tarp your wood. You're just gonna ruin good wood if you leave it out in the rain like that. So we also have access to the mine down here with our mud farm that we just built. As for the upstairs, this is almost complete. I found a bee nest with some honey in it. So I got some wax and made some candles, which I think definitely sets, the mood, walking upstairs into the bedroom with my favorite posters of my, timeless classics such as Skull by Childish Gambino and Rush Hour 2. And I added this furnace. This is right above the cooking area. As for this room, not much happening here, but I have this little map room and I just made a circle because I thought that the item frame wouldn't show up if I put it up, but it does, and I kind of like that still, with a cartography table right here and a little fern. It was thunderstorming again, so I went out and got some more mob heads. So I got myself a couple creeper heads and some zombie heads and some more skeleton heads to put on this shelf. Yeah, that's everything we've done for the house today. So let's start terraforming this outside. I plan on lowering the terrain a little bit and making it a little bit sharper for the look I'm going for. I also want to add a little pond here that kind of wraps around the house. As much as looks natural, I definitely want to give some sort of interest when you walk out here. All right, and this is what we have. I think what we built today looks really amazing with the house. The whole idea of the podzol was to sort of bring down the color around the house, and the deep slate just helps with that, and it makes the house kind of stand out a little bit more when it's the brightest thing, especially the storage room. As for these farther out mountains, those aren't going to get finished today. I am completely out of podzol, and I have about a stack left of deep slate. As you can see for right now, it looks really good. The idea for the terraforming is that the rain sort of washes away material, and over time you get this reservoir, but it sort of dried out enough to build a house on it. It's a little bit muddy. Probably not the best to build a house on it, but if Mexico can build a whole city on the same sort of ground, you can't really say anything to me, because this is also a game, and this isn't real life. So this interior too looks much better than it did originally. I really like how the furnace room looks a little bit separated from the rest of the house, and we still have little pockets where we can add things as we get them. As for today's episode, I think we're all done here. Let's wrap up and go home, shall we? So thank you guys so much for tuning in today and hanging out, and I'll see you all soon.